are you doing? I'll tell you what you're doing. You're listening to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast. Either you are, or I'll be skipping rope with your entrails. Ta-ta.
This podcast is brought to you by our patrons at patreon.com/Elder Scrolls Lorecast. Robots Radio. Games. Lore. Stories. Community. Just press play. Welcome to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast, the podcast where we explore the amazing universe of the Elder Scrolls. Quakecon adventurers, welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast. This is your host, Tom, or Robots, and I'm so excited to do another quiz show for you guys this year. If you haven't heard of me, I'm the host of the Elder Scrolls Lorecast, and I'm here with 3 contestants this year for a quiz show about High Isle specifically. And in this specific quiz show, they need to know a little bit about High Isle, but more importantly, they need to try to convince other people that what they're saying is the truth, because that's the way this game is going to work. We're going to explain it in a second, but let's introduce our contestants. First, we have my co-host, the all-knowledgeable worshiper of Hermaeus Mora, Lotus of Doom, also the host of Tales of Tamriel. Welcome, Lotus. How's it going, man?
Hey, it's good to be doing this for another year. There was a lot of fun last year in my blazing defeat to Aramithius, but defeat. I'm hoping to redeem myself this year with a win this time.
Mm-hmm. So how good are you at lying?
We're about to find out because I'm not entirely sure.
And maybe he's lying about this, and so maybe this is a meta game. We're in the meta game.
I like this meta game.
Yeah. Well, we have second contestant here, a Twitch streamer with a passion for games, cats, doodling, and coffee. Oh yeah. And Elder Scrolls. Welcome to the show, AvronDoodles.
Hi, thanks for letting me be here today.
So glad to have you. Are you ready to lie?
Absolutely not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hooray!
Woohoo! Awesome.
It should be great.
And also we have our third contestant, the partner Twitch streamer, podcast host, and professional partier, Loctavian. Welcome to the party, Loctavian.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Are you, how do you feel about this whole lying thing we're about to do?
I think I'm pretty good at things like werewolves and stuff, so I think I'll be okay at lying.
I feel like Loctavian is going to be very hard to read. You've already started your game face. So
I'm scared. They're very good. I'm very bad. This is going to be good.
Yeah, just do that face the whole time and nobody will be able to read anything.
I don't know. That could mean anything.
Constipation? So here, I'm going to explain the details of how this is going to work. There's one main round and then there's a final round. So each of you in the main round will take turns answering a multiple choice question. I'm going to send only the questions to the person whose turn it is. The rest of you cannot see what the multiple choice questions are. One of those will have an answer. Your job is to sell everyone else on the correct answer. Your competition will vote if you actually know your stuff or if you're trying to pull one over on them. So the most important thing about this is lying for you. It's not about picking the right answer. The most important thing for the other 2 contestants is to make sure that you can identify what the right answer actually is and either call out the lie or call out the truth. Make sense? So on a sheet of paper, you're going to write down if you think the other contestant whose turn it is either lying or telling the truth. If you get that right, then you get 10 points. If they fool you, then they get 10 points as well. So also you want to make sure that on your sheet of paper, you've got a place where you're kind of keeping track of your points. So every time you get points, just write it down. 10 more points, 10 more points.
Am I allowed to cheat?
No, I think that's just the definition of cheating is that it's not allowed, right?
Damn it.
Wow.
So no. All right. We're going to kick this off with Lotus. Lotus, I am sending you over a question right now, and I'm going to read it for everybody. The question is, High Isle is known for its shipping industry. What is the name of the main harbor in its largest city? And Lotus, I'm going to give you a chance to look at the answers. One of those multiple choice answers is the correct answer. Yep. You might know which one it is. No matter what you decide, though, you can go with whatever answer you want and try to sell them on it. They just have to determine if you're telling a truth or telling a lie.
Sure. All right. I see where this is going. This seems pretty manageable. And based on what you sent me, this one actually is going to be kind of hard to lie my way around. But it's the All Flags Harbor, which is kind of the premise of the entire expansion. So I could try to come up with something completely devoid of that, but I don't know how else I would really fudge my way around this one. So I'm just going to say it's the All Flags Harbor.
He seems very matter of fact about this. Like, oh, I'm not very good at lying, so I'm just going to go with this one. Do you guys believe him, or do you think he's lying? Think about it. You can ask some questions. You can talk amongst yourselves if you want, or you can just write the answers down.
Forfeit and just give me the points.
You can just give up.
This is where we go, oh no, we've played Tales of Tribute and haven't actually...
Uh-oh. Connection issue.
I'm doing a lot of story and I paid very little attention. but the best lies are the ones kept in the open. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to think about it too much. I think it's a lie. I don't think it's All Flags Harbor.
Loctavian thinks it's a lie. What do you think, Avron?
Well, back in the day, it used to be the All Flags Harbor, but when I went there, it was full of ghosts and museums, and it's no longer in function. So if we're talking about present day, I agree. I think it is a lie.
You think it's a lie too?
I think it's a lie. Watch us both be wrong.
It could
be. Well, you both are wrong. Lotus was telling the truth. It is the All Flags Harbor. Good job, Lotus. That's 20 points for Lotus.
That was so easy.
They're so full of themselves. I didn't think they'd do it.
How often do you pay attention to like the names of things and places? Like, I know I don't. I do a lore show and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the name of that thing.
Yeah, there's a reason we have to have so many references to make sure we get anything correct. Mm-hmm. Ever.
Yes. So 20 points, Lotus. Write that down. 20 points for you.
20 points.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to write down my 0 points right quick.
0 points.
Well, it was funny because...
there we go. We're at 0 right now.
All right, good.
I like it.
The thing that I had to pull like an immediate mulligan too, because I was going to be like, oh, I'll just say Gonfalon Harbor, but you travel there so much. I'm like, they're all going to know it's Gonfalon Bay. So it's immediately probably going to be a dead giveaway.
I would have said you were telling the truth. You just said Gonfalon Harbor. I'm like, damn it. The Gonfalon Harbor.
Well, then I panicked.
You still got the point. So you still got the point.
It's kind of funny though, because I guess it would have worked, but from a different direction.
Well, then there are other shipyards on High Isle. So then I panicked and I thought, wait a minute, there's no way they still use that island, but I haven't actually been there because I haven't done the quest. You need to put a Tales of Tribute card there, and then I'll be
there. God. The search continues.
Damn it.
All right, you guys ready for the second question? Avron, you're up. No. It's your turn. Here, I'm sending it your way. Here's the question. I'm going to read it for everybody. The highest point on High Isle with a cliff with wooden scaffolding that overlooks a body of water is called... what? And again, you have the right answer among the ones I sent you. You have a wrong answer among the ones I sent you, and you can just make it up.
Okay. So the highest point on High Isle is actually named after one of the knightly orders. It's Albatross Leap. Just going to keep it short, simple, and to the point.
Albatross
Are there
Leap.
actually albatrosses in Tamriel?
Albatross! It makes me think of the Monty Python sketch where he's trying to sell the albatross.
To see, I don't feel to see an albatross, but
yeah, I'm not sure because I don't think I could pick an albatross out of a lineup against like a seagull. So
it's just bigger.
I feel like
it's just like
there are or aren't, and I would agree either way.
It's just the fattest seagull in the lineup. That's the albatross.
Yeah, it's the big one.
It's the big one.
All right,
it's the big one.
Yeah. All right. So Lotus, Loctavian.
All right.
I'll repeat it one more time. Highest point on High Isle.
Away.
We're going to at the same time. At the same time, you guys can show them at the same time. We'll do a little countdown. But just to remind people, the highest point on a High Isle with a cliff of wooden scaffolding that overlooks a body of water is called, according to Avron, Albatross Leap. That's what you
I
said.
will say truth.
They both think that's true.
On my screen. That's weird.
They both think it's true.
My camera backwards. Whoops.
And it is in fact true.
I just got that achievement.
I was about to say there's an achievement for jumping.
I knew Lotus would know because him and I are both achievement hunters, and
Loctavian is too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. So now I'm glad I didn't try to lie because we would have seen through that immediately. Because of course, if there's an achievement, we're gonna know.
We're gonna hurl ourselves.
Well, they still called it out, and they got that you were telling the truth, which means they caught you in a truth because it was the truth, which means they get the points.
All right.
So
it's 10, right?
10 points for each of you,
right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So that's the thing is like if you feel like it's the truth, but everyone's gonna know it, then maybe come up with a way to put them off the scent. You know,
there's a lot of metagame to this that I don't think I was prepared for.
There's a lot.
I feel like I got real lucky to start.
All right, Loctavian, are you ready for question 3?
I am.
Question 3 here. I'm sending it your way, and here's the question. There is a world boss located in the center of High Isle who lives in a bog. What is the name of that bog? I'll repeat it one time, give you a second to think through this. The world boss located in the center of High Isle who lives in a bog. What is the name of that bog?
Oh, that bog is the scale bog.
Scale bog.
Just the scale bog.
Scale bog. Okay. What do you guys think? Scale bog in the center of High Isle. Lotus.
I am going to say.
You guys ready? Go ahead and write down your answer.
I got my idea.
Okay. You ready? You want to show them at the same time?
Yeah, sure. It doesn't. Yeah, either way is fine. I will say that it is a lie. I think that, damn it, with the invert, I got to fix my camera being inverted. That's driving me insane.
You can right click on it and flip it.
Oh, it does look fine on your end. Mine's backwards.
We see you normal. It's inverting it for you.
Oh, really?
You're normal for us.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Yeah, normal for us. You're good.
That's upside down now. All right. So Lotus says it's a lie.
Yes, I will say it's a lie.
Avron says it's a lie also. It is in fact a lie.
It's serpent something, right?
It's serpents.
Yeah, but I actually didn't know which one was true and which one was false. So I tried to make up something very quickly, so I wasn't like hemming and hawing. That was similar. And so
I like it.
Scale is too simple. I should not have said scale. So I tried to say something similar because I didn't know which one was the truth or the lie. So I just
it made me pause for a second because I was like, wait, is it serpent scale or is it just scale?
See, that's what I thought about. I thought about after the fact. I should have taken snake skin or serpent, which were the ones that I given. Either said serpent scale or scale skin.
That would have totally screwed me up because I was like, I think the word serpent is in there.
Right, serpent bog is the name, and the one that I gave you to kind of throw people off, if you wanted to go with it, was snake skin.
Snake skin, yeah.
Snake skin bog.
Oh, interesting.
I thought maybe you'd be like, oh wait, is it snake skin? Like if you went with that one. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't trust those snake satical nasty fish shells. Basically, it's the real riddle here.
All right, Lotus, this is your second question of this round.
All right.
Wait, how many points do I get for that?
Oh, you get 10 points. Yeah, you get 10 points when you.
We each have 10, and Lotus has 40. So
that is correct. I like this.
Well, now's your chance to make sure he doesn't get 20 points on this one and get even further into the lead.
More points, please.
Off to a good start.
All right, Lotus, I just sent this over to you. This is your second question. The quest where we meet future companion Isabelle Villeroy. I think it's Villeroy, right? Because it's like French looking.
I believe so.
Villeroy. And save her from an unwanted marriage is named what? What is the name of this quest?
So the quest itself has you kind of running around doing all sorts of different things. But without going too much into detail, it's a mother's request is actually the name of the Isabelle collection story, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Right. So I'll read it again. Quest where we meet future companion Isabelle Villeroy and save her friend from an unwanted marriage is named, according to Lotus, A Mother's Request. What do you guys think? And
has everybody unlocked Isabelle?
Yeah. Yeah, yes. I've got it.
I was going to say that she was not the companion I was most looking for, and I was very entertained when she decided to team up with me.
Her quest line is very, very well done.
It really is. It ended up being way better than I was kind of, I didn't.
Poor beta companions, Bastion and Miri, because obviously they learned a lot from them because both Ember and Izzy are superior.
Ember and Isabel are the future.
I still love Bastion. He's still my boy.
I still love them, but they're just comparatively.
They've been bumped down to D tier. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, fair. Their quests were really good. And I just finished Isabel's quest line.
Mm-hmm. Good. So then.
Do you remember the name of it?
I remember the name of a lot of different. There's 4 quests in it.
There's 4 quests. There's 4 quests in it.
Yeah.
There's 4 quests, and one of them is
I'm pretty sure
named.
Mother's Request is not the first one, though.
I agree. I think that's one of the later ones.
Because we're helping her get out of the arranged marriage. So we're doing things so that we can make a request of her mother.
We're helping Aurelia get out of the arranged marriage. Yeah. But that's not the first quest.
I think a Mother's Request is like the 3rd quest. Unless they have the same name all the way through, which all feel real.
They definitely don't. They definitely don't.
No, they don't. You guys caught Lotus in a lie. Yeah. Congratulations. You guys, you rationalized this out. You're right. Mother's Request is a later quest. It's not specifically this one.
Yeah,
this one is called...
to make up for her past misdeeds, and her mom's like, I'm worried about my daughter. She's run off with this guy.
Yeah, this one's called Tournament of the Heart.
Yes, I knew it.
And it was funny because I was trying. I tried to come up with something as a parody on Tournament of the Heart really quick, and I couldn't think of a good comparable word to not use tournament. And I was like, I can't think of anything.
Tournament of Love.
Yay!
Tournament of Love.
I got points.
Yeah, we're moving.
0 points.
Yeah, you guys got points.
I don't like any of that.
It's just 10, right?
Just 10, right?
10 points. 10 points. You got it.
Halfway there.
You got it.
Halfway to scaling Lotus Mountain here.
No, I don't like this.
Oh, gross.
It's not working out now.
I gotta catch
up so quickly.
It's not like I'm the lore mistress or anything, right? No reputation here.
No.
All right, Avron, are you ready for your next question? This is your second chance at 20 points. All right, it's coming your way. Here's the question. The quest where you join Squire Rayan to find a missing knight is called Blood, Books, and what?
Oh, this quest is so well done. I think this was I actually did this quest. This is one of my favorites in High Isle. The name of the quest, you go find the missing knight, right? And it's Blood, Books, and Hats. Blood,
Books, and Hats. The quest where you join Squire Rayan to find a missing knight is called Blood, Books, and Hats.
And if you pay attention, it's actually a very important plot piece in the whole quest line.
I love that public
and tragic.
Dungeon. I love that public dungeon. It's one of the first things I did in High Isle when I was pairing up with that bronze girl for set sail when we were introducing other streamers to the game. Aww. It was one of the first things I did to show off a public dungeon. Yeah, that means I've done it a very long time ago.
Also,
that's my problem. It was one of the first things I did. I was like, oh God,
listen,
right.
Squire Rayan is adorable. And if you don't put on the hat in solidarity,
that's what I mean. I was going to say, and I remember when we were streaming it, the first thing everybody in chat brought up, I was like, what's with the hat?
That is a very stylish hat, I'll have you know.
That's why, but this is why I'm torn. Because if you've done the quest, you know there's a hat, but that doesn't mean that the quest name mentions said hat.
Is it too on the nose?
Is it a misdirection? Is it a double misdirection?
Right?
I don't make the quest names, Lotus.
I know, but
it's just a list of 3 things.
Knowing the quest name.
All right.
Absolutely not.
All right, we're going to need an answer here. What do you think?
I'm going to say that it is a lie.
I'm going to go with true.
It's a lie. Loctavian thinks it's true. I think this is the first time both people have... No, the first answer, you picked different things too, right?
Yeah.
Or no, that was Lotus.
No.
Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you agreed.
That's the first one where the choices are
different.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the actual name is Blood, Books, and Steel.
Damn it.
Yes. Also, I was going to say, I was waiting for you to be like, and you're both wrong.
And you're both wrong. Somehow it's both true and false.
I thought it was a medal, and I couldn't remember for sure.
Oh, I'm so impressed.
The thing. I was like, is the hat thing too on the nose? Because I'm not going to lie, that's the most memorable part about that entire quest is his jaunty little hat. And
that's why I just said sometimes their quests are way on the nose.
I was super on the nose.
It was risky, but I figured it was a risk worth taking.
That was a good gamble because it made me do it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So wait, so they both picked different.
Yeah. So I get 10.
You both get 10. I get a big goose egg.
Avron, you get 10.
One person.
You fooled one person
10 per trick.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'm learning.
If you can
I'm
see
good.
my points here, 0, 10, 10, 0.
To be fair, I'm an
super
English
good here.
teacher. We don't math very often, so.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, technically it's 0, 10, 10, 0, 0. I miswriting a 0 for the one I didn't get to fool anybody on. My bad.
You know what's funny about this game is if you do win, then you're just a good liar.
Yeah, it doesn't really say a
does that
lot.
say?
Yeah, I don't know if it says a lot about any of our skill with the lore.
I'm starting to think that the pathway should have been just me picking the correct answers all the way through and just see if people knew them.
Yeah, just see if it's like just turn it into a lore test. Just like, hey, I'm just telling the truth. You're the one who doesn't know.
Well, Loctavian, this is your second question, so you can try that out or not. Nobody's going to know.
Just stick with that strategy. Now that I know it, that would really help me out.
So we'll see. Is that another misdirection? Here's your question. There are lots of druids on High Isle. In this quest, you meet Druid Audrine, who requests your help with cleansing a nearby corrupted what?
It's a nearby corrupted meadow.
Nearby corrupted meadow. So there are lots of druids on High Isle. In the quest with Druid Audrine, you are requested to cleanse a nearby corrupted meadow. What do you guys think? Is this the truth or is it a lie?
Look at that face. It's so trustworthy.
Do that face you did at the beginning. There we go.
I mean, actually, let me tell you the lore.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well,
the neckbeard response is undeniable.
That's great. That's great.
This is my best slowed impression.
Sebastian. I like it.
What are you going to do this year at the convention? I'm going to cosplay a Slode.
Perfect.
I love Slodes, but not in that way. Yeah, that quest is a zone quest. So I did do the zone quest.
Mm-hmm.
And
so I haven't done this quest actually. So
oh no, Lotus, you're slacking.
First.
Yeah, I haven't completed all the story quest stuff, so I'm actually kind of in not so great shape for this one.
We're all in great shape for this. No, we're prepared, by the way.
Yeah,
by doing 0 of the quests.
Correct. I think I know what I want to say. Like what I think, but I don't know that this.
Would you like some feedback?
Ooh,
I mean, you can put it out there. It might create some other misdirection for your other.
Lotus, you're so far ahead, though.
Totally distracted.
I mean, Lotus is my friend, you know.
Yeah, as long as it's not anything related to alliances, we're very good friends.
Yeah, 100%. We have a couple more weeks until Minior Mayhem.
Yeah, and then we have to hate each other.
And then we're mortal enemies.
Yeah,
True.
and then
murder each other,
friends
over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's correct.
All right, so are you going to discuss it more, or do you think you're ready?
No,
with your
you know
answers?
what? I'm doubling down on this. I'm going to go with it's a lie.
It's a lie.
I do not think it's a meadow.
Oh, you both think it's a lie.
Ooh, I think it's one of those geyser things that are not called geysers.
Well,
I should have went with
That's Somerset.
Vent.
That's
corrupted
vent, by the way.
Vent.
Thank you.
Please go with geysers. Totally wrong.
The answer is a corrupted grove.
They're not called meadows. They're groves. Yeah, it's Stone Lord.
Wow,
Grove.
I fumbled my way into the end zone on that one for it being a wow.
That's really unacceptable.
There's also another druid, and you do in the quest you do around the area. You do fix things around in a meadow.
You go to the meadow to do one part of the quest.
Yeah, that's why I said meadow, because part of the quest actually does take place in.
Well,
you're not wrong.
That's what screwed me up, because I ran by that. I hadn't done the quest. And I remember like a druid yelling to me, and I'm like, oh, this looks kind of messed up. But I ran by because I was like, I don't have time for this right now. You'll be fine until I get back.
I have things to do.
Yeah.
I can't save you. Just suffer for a couple more weeks.
Daily world bosses aren't going to slay themselves. I'll return later when I'm not streaming.
I saw somebody
ran by.
I saw somebody do a comic on Reddit of like RPG gaming, and like the character goes by like a dead body with like a note or something, and like, you know, like danger, end of the world type thing, and then they go and they keep picking flowers next to the dead body.
Yep,
That's totally true.
That's the thing I miss most about games like Daggerfall and the original Fallout games. Is if you did lollygag around too much and didn't do something, you would just lose those games.
Yes, it had
that old mechanic. I wish sometimes would come back to certain games because it was kind of fun to be like, oh, I got 2 side quests distracted, and now the era has went by in Daggerfall, and I can't win now.
Right, those down people are super dead. Yeah, wow, that was lucky because
you should have taken my advice, Lotus.
Well, that's just it. I got 10 points, but I got it right for the wrong reason.
Damn it.
Hey, it counts. It counts. You still cash it in. All right, so let's do a check here. We're done with the first round. How many points are you all up to?
Oh, I got a good old 20. I'm the least.
20 points on the board. 40 points.
So I'm bad at lying. See, I should have stuck with
60.
truth.
Lotus
60.
Lotus
How
has 60.
We have to take down Lotus one way or another.
I told you.
If we put our points together,
You said we're friends.
You said I told you that. I said, hey, Avron might know this, but Lotus doesn't look like they know this. I was trying to be like, hey, Lotus has a lot more points than us. I was trying to be like, at least get me 10 points here because I still won't catch up.
I'm gonna lie to him anyway.
That does seem like on brand.
A friendly lie, Lotus, because we're friends.
Right.
Friendly lie.
But still a lie.
Well, you guys, we're coming up on the big final round. And the big final round, you have a chance to catch up. But let's do a little transition sound just for editing purposes.
This is Miss Morak, Dragonborn, and you are educating yourself to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast. You're listening to the Elder Scrolls Lorecast, dear child of cities. That is why the Night Mother loves you.
All right, we're back. You guys ready for the final round?
I am, as long as it gives my opponents 0 points so I can win.
I need a lot of points.
Well, how well do you know Tales of Tribute?
Oh, I know Tales of Tribute.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
8.
8. Solid
7.
8. 7. Lotus?
I am shocked that I managed to reach any of the achievements.
Okay.
Is that as a gauge? Because it is the second card game I've ever learned to play.
Hey, man, you did it. It counts.
I'm gonna say 3.
3. All right.
This is probably not great for me.
All right. Well, in this round, you need to determine if I am lying. I'm going to list. We're going to go through 5 different facts about the Tales of Tribute cards, and you're going to write down if I'm telling the truth or if I'm lying. And that means if anything I say in a sentence about one of these cards is false, then it is a lie.
Okay.
If the entire thing is true, then it's true. All right. Okay. So
we're going to need some F's in chat because I've only still got the first 4 decks.
Right.
Going down.
Well, here's the deal. These questions have to do with the cards that everybody sees all the time. The Treasury deck. These are only Treasury deck cards.
Oh,
they're in every round, no matter what. It has nothing to do with what decks you've unlocked, anything like that.
Okay.
No
upgrades. So I got a better chance.
Nothing.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to write down 1 to 5 on your paper.
Okay.
And we're going to go through each question, and I'm going to let you guys discuss the question. You can kind of talk it out loud. You could try to throw each other off. You could say, oh, yeah, this is totally this when it's not. So you can do some convincing here as well. But in the end, you have to determine if I'm lying or I'm telling the truth.
All right.
So the first one, the name of the card that lets you remove 1 card from the tavern costs 1 gold, shows a picture of an empty scale, and is named Barterer, Barterer. And I'll read it a second time because there's a lot of details in here, right? If any of those details are wrong, it's false. If everything's right, it's true. The name of the card that lets you remove 1 card from the tavern costs 1 gold, shows a picture of an empty scale, and is named Barterer. Barterer.
I do remember this card, and I remember a lot of what you're saying, but I also feel like I'm missing part of. Like I feel like
it's
one
just called
card
barter.
Yeah, I feel
like the name is wrong.
Yeah, that's what's hanging me up.
And now I'm scared that Loctavian's lying because Loctavian's so good at tails.
Right. Well, the other.
Let's go back to my points. Just look at the goose eggs.
Well, it does have scales.
It does have
I'm pretty sure it's a coin.
So there's one thing.
It costs one and lets you remove one from the tavern.
But I don't think the name is right.
So I'm questioning the name. And the other thing, which I don't know, call me overly suspicious of my co-host. He said an empty scale.
He said an empty scale, right?
The scale is tilted.
It's tilted. So it's one. There's got to be
something in the scale, or is it just...
does it count as empty, or does it count as empty even if you don't see an object in it if it's tilted? Because I guess that implies...
you would have to see an object.
Right.
You have to see an object.
Is there, there a scrib just dangling off one of an eye?
I mean, maybe somebody hit it and it was like wobbling when they took the picture. Right. That doesn't mean that if you can't see a thing in the scale...
It's a halalu. Dirty halalu. Okay. I still think it's a lie.
Dirty halalu. My favorite deck.
It is a good deck, but I'm always going to be a house veteran, baby. Sorry.
This is... I feel like the amount of details you put is just going to stress me out about every one of these.
It's so over. Please tell me all 5 of them are not like this, but they probably are.
I hope they all are.
Yeah, they're all.
I can't wait. I'm actually sad now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with it's a lie.
Okay, wait, don't just show it. Don't show it yet. We're going to show it all at the end.
I think
that's fine.
All 5.
Write all 5, and then we'll show it at the end.
We're writing all 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured we'd do each one.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you yet if you got it right or not.
Just dwell on this and be stressed.
You got to dwell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rest time.
God, that's much worse.
I'm so scared.
Yeah. This is my own plane of oblivion. If you haven't figured that out yet.
You're very
now
good
this
at
is just going to make me question, because since I don't have to theoretically I said that, but it's like, well, now I'm going to just dwell on it. What if now I'm going to convince myself that it's true? And I
you can go back and change. Yeah,
I know that's the problem.
You got time
with this much time.
Cross it out. Trust your heart, Lotus.
Follow your heart.
Gut.
Tournament of the heart, Lotus. Tournament of the heart.
Tournament of the heart.
All right, you guys ready for the second one?
I think so.
Let's do this.
All right, the second one is the basic card that gives you only 1 gold coin is simply named Gold and features an image of a coin with a bald man. I'll read it again.
Okay.
The basic card that gives you only 1 gold coin, you start with these in your deck every game, right? We see them all the time, is simply named Gold and features an image of a coin with a bald man.
I mean, I don't feel like the Septums would be happy that instead of using their name, you just called it Bald Man.
Yeah,
well, it's a descriptive.
And we used to call them
it's a good
septums.
descriptor, though, but yes.
Right. For so long, we called everything septums, and we just streamlined it into gold or coin recently. Mm-hmm. And like Morrowind, weren't they? They were drakes as well. It's like,
because it's called gold in ESO, so there's not confusion because technically they changed from region to region to region.
Exactly. And it's like, try explaining that to people when they're going around in game. It's like, oh no, my drakes aren't good here because I went to Grotwood or something.
I've never looked at his head.
I mean, I assume he's bald. I mean, Patrick Stewart is bald, and I assume everything just revolves around.
Patrick Stewart is bald.
Wait, the character he plays in the game has hair.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter that we're not there yet in the timeline. I just assume everything is structured around his existence.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion about this one? I like that.
The timeline, he's not alive yet.
I like that Avron was like,
Avron's brain with that.
Was like, I've never actually looked at it.
Listen,
no, right?
It's just a coin. You just toss it in your pocket. And I never... Now I'm immediately opening up ESO after this and playing Tales of Trivia because I need to know.
Right.
And now I'm trying to think in my mind's eye what that looks like, because it's the same image we've been staring at for years.
Right.
But
or is
again,
it? Wait. Or
do they have an artistic take on it?
I mean, think about the art in the cards. It's all new, unique art.
No, I don't like that.
No, I don't like to think about these more difficult tasks.
I don't even know what. I'm just going to write something down and hope it's the right answer.
Stewart. That's all I've got to say.
It's a picture of Patrick Stewart's head.
Stewart. right now I haven't wrote an answer. I just wrote bald with 3 question marks.
Excellent.
Just debating it.
And then before we have to show our answers, I'm going to have to write true or
Is
true
it
or lie.
bald or is it one of those weird?
What if that's not
bald
even
on top?
Oh,
and
yeah.
hair on the
It's still
sides?
bald if there's hair on the side.
I was
right?
about, all right, so hold on. If we're
Yes.
gonna get
Yes.
yeah,
If somebody's
this
just got
man's bald.
curtains on the side and they're bald on top, it's still considered
Like
bald.
Hulk
Is
Hogan
that-
is bald, right? Even though he's got like hair,
Yeah.
like the skull,
Right.
right?
Yeah, if you got a
That's
cape on the back and nothing on top, it's still bald. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
That's what I was assuming with bald. Okay. Glad I
I
brought
was
that out
too,
though, 'cause
but
yeah.
also just out of curiosity, if you have like just in the middle and you have like the mohawk thing, is that like reverse bald?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
sure.
reverse
So
bald.
mohawk is
Right.
reverse baldness. All
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We've got a lot of
reverse
answers
on
to like
baldness.
for- Yeah, we got a lot of answers. To
Okay,
like
but
for
it's
it.
nothing on top. You're bald.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
If the U is bald, like the
Yeah,
the-
little-
What about the friar tuck, where it's
I would
just
think
like
the little
Fire
monk
tuck
the
is what I was
yarmulke
thinking
spot.
of.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I would think that's like bald.
But you still have hair. Where do we draw the line?
this is
I
what
don't think
our
any of the
viewers really
Septons
want to
have
know.
The friar tuck, and that's what I'm going with it.
These are the
Valid.
real lore questions.
Yeah, where does Friar Tuck fall?
A lot of the Imperials have the big like ring, the halo of hair.
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. And that's kind of what
I consider
feel in
that
my mind's
I would,
eye.
yeah, if
I
we're
would consider that
considering that
bald,
bald, that's what I would consider bald.
all right,
Also,
YOLO.
in an
Yeah.
age where you don't have electric hair clippers, creating a friar tuck must be very difficult.
Actually, that's very true.
Maybe you just get a little shock magic on your head.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Now it smells like burned hair. I'm getting a haircut.
That's how you know it works.
All right, you ready for question 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm ready to move on from burnt hair.
Here we go. This is the shortest of the 5. The card. Speaking of burning, the card featuring a burning wooden cart is named Ambush, and it costs 3 gold. Sounds very simple. The card featuring a burning wooden cart is named Ambush, and it costs 3 gold. There's nothing funny about this
Now
one.
I've run the
Yeah, no,
same
this is-
answer. Now I've run the same answer down 3 times in a row, and that innately looks incorrect to me.
I haven't written the same answer down 3 times in a row, and I'm nervous.
Yeah, I definitely haven't done that.
What are you writing down, like gold? Question mark?
I mean, I was drawing a picture of bald dudes.
Bald?
Actually, all of my answers are just a word with a question mark because I want to come back to them at the end.
I'm just going to circle back later
they're
with
actually not
zero
true.
answers.
They don't say true. They don't say true or false. They just say bald. Name question mark bald question mark on fire question mark.
Perfect.
I'm pretty sure it's on fire, but that's
I know
The
the
part I
2 of those
question.
things without a doubt. I know the answer to. It's the monetary amount, the
Yeah, the
gold amount
cost.
that is throwing me off because
that made me pause as well. The cost of it.
Oh,
There's
so you
not
guys
a
are
lot of
debating
3
different things
cards.
this turn. Last
Yeah.
time you all just debated the bald guy.
The bald.
Who knows if
no,
that's even the thing that's
I
worth
know, it turns
debating?
out it's
I
totally
know
unrelated.
without a shadow of a doubt the first 2 details, but the last detail
Correct.
for me is where I'm tripping because I'm trying to think what the actual cost, and most of those cards are 1, 2, or 3.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think there's
know
there's
the
like some
cost.
4 or 5s, and now I'm trying to
New
think is it
pen.
a 4 or 3?
New pen. We're in
yeah,
this pen out. Get a new one.
I'm pretty
I lost my
sure.
first pen. So I just grabbed
Man
another
down.
pen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know the cost based on another card because it wouldn't make any sense if it didn't cost what I think it costs. So either 1, I know this really well, or 2, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Who needs that when you have Rajin combos? Am I right?
Yeah,
Knock out that.
with their recent stats that they just put, where somebody got 42 of them in
That's-
one game or something.
I wouldn't
How
be
do you
surprised if that was me because I played my first game
the
ever
40
against Rajin. I'm like, what is this?
The 42 games come from people who get mad that Rajin's there, and all they do is they play Rajin.
Just
I know that
spite Rajin.
happened because what I did back is I just played Rajin back,
Yep.
waiting for them to buy a card, and they played Rajin because I play that deck and I love that deck, and I actually very rarely use the
So good.
patron ability from that deck.
Yeah,
I
it's about
actually
the
the
cards.
deck itself. I love the cards a lot, but they just they weren't even like doing like Rajin. They were doing no econ. They were using Rajin at the expense of buying cards. I was just like,
delete.
We're just gonna keep sending cards at each other.
We're just gonna spite it out.
This is a 3-hour game.
Time limit draw, buddy.
All right.
Okay.
3 hours later. All right.
Yeah.
So, question number 4.
All right.
All right. The blackmail card costs 3 gold, gains you 2 power, and shows an image of a sword, a bag, and a scroll. I'm going to read that again. There's lots of details. The blackmail card costs 3 gold, gains you 2 power, and shows an image of a sword, a bag, and a scroll. Thoughts?
I hate not knowing off the top of my. I have something about the card. Everyone hates you.
I love you, though, Rob.
The image is one of the least things I look at when I'm playing the card game.
Yeah.
I am clicking my opponent's decks and things like that. So names of cards and powers and what the cards do, I'm doing this very quickly on their turn.
Right.
So that I go, if they take this, I'm going to take this, because if they take this card, I'm moving how I play the game. So
and you're thinking strategy.
I didn't have time to go, that's really pretty art. I mean, I did it when I first played through it.
Right.
No, I love the art, but
yeah, these are the things that you don't notice because once you're actually familiar,
bald.
You're just thinking strategy. Yeah.
Add another question mark to bald. All right.
Is this one bald also?
It's the image detail. I'm trying to think, because that's a lot of things in one picture.
Right.
Or is it?
Yeah. I don't know. Again, the cost on a few of these is odd to me.
I just call both this card and the other card that you buy that gives you power but are one-use cards pieces of candy, and I let my opponents take the pieces of candy to reveal better cards for my turn.
For you,
they're just quick power. They're like, sometimes people will be like, "You're up on power." I'm like, "They're up on power because they use cards they don't have in their deck now."
Right.
For science, what does the picture on this piece of candy look like? Can you give me some information?
Can you draw it for me?
Yeah.
No, just because I can't. I can tell you what the more, I don't want to say it in case it's the next question, but I can tell you what the more expensive version of the card looks like in detail.
Yeah.
It's more of a simple picture and it's very in my mind.
Right. And that was at first, actually, when you were describing it, that was what I pictured first. I was like, nope, that's not the right card. Yeah. You're talking about something totally different than what I think you are.
I know this card has 2 of those things, and I'm trying to debate if the third one is actually in the picture. I don't know. Whatever. I'm just going to write down an answer.
I'm committed to my answer.
Just la 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 la.
All right. I feel like you guys are ready. You ready to move on to the last one?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right. If you want to change any of the other ones, we're getting close to the end of this. So
I've penciled in my answers or penned in my answers for the other ones.
At this point.
I'm committed. There's not even any little scratch marks on mine. It's just
all right.
I'm doubling down immediately on my first response.
All right. Question number 5. Final question. No pressure. These are all worth 20 points. The imprisonment card costs 5 gold, gives you 4 power, and features a person wearing a hood behind bars with 5 fingers on each hand.
Oh, come on. This is going to be some weird thing of like he's giving a peace sign or some BS.
Does he have a Simpsons grip on the bar?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Some drawings.
Is this a thumb of finger sort of situation?
5. Like I have 5 fingers on my hand.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure we're not getting fooled by the thumb's not a finger.
No. I'm not gonna nitpick any little details. I'm not gonna catch you on any of that.
How are you holding a bar that your thumb would be visible? You need to be like this. Are you even holding it? I mean,
no, because if your thumb is if your thumb's
or around it,
clawing it, so you
around it like that.
I guess like that.
If you can't see the
I'm showing you right now.
Does that mean that you don't have
that's
5
what I'm
fingers?
picturing from the bar.
This is a philosophical question.
Yeah, so you can clearly see all 5 fingers. This description includes being able to clearly see all 5 fingers.
I'm holding the bottle in a way to show
right. You're not gonna assume that there's a thumb there. Like you can visibly see all 5 fingers.
There's 4
on both hands.
Also, I'm going to laugh. We're spending so much time focusing on this detail, which I know you put in there to screw with us, and it's going to be something different that is unrelated.
I know the cost and effects. I know the cost and effects of every card in this game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not
worried about the cost and effects. I'm worried about the visual
artwork
on literally all of them. It's like
Except for the first one where it was the name. The name was the big thing debated.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. That's
on the
true.
scale a little bit, but the name.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm just going
to read it one more time. I'm read it one more time just for everybody. The imprisonment card costs 5 gold, gives you 4 power, features a person wearing a hood behind bars with 5 visible fingers on each hand.
All right.
Okay. All right.
If I get any points, I'll just be happy at this round, to be honest. The bar's low in Avron land.
I'm going with my gut. I think like 3 of these are probably wrong.
Okay, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Is everybody ready with all their answers?
Down.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to show the cards, and you're just going to take turns. We'll go to Lotus, Avron,
people
Loctavian.
Screenshot this.
You can say like I went like true, false, false, or whatever order they're in. Okay. So Lotus, everyone show your things on the screen at the same time.
Here you go. Here's the thing.
All right. So Lotus thinks lie, true, lie, lie. Avron thinks lie, true, lie, true. And Loctavian wrote, it's not focusing. True, false, false. So 2 lies at the end.
Different answers.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. So get ready. I'm going to go through each of these, and you're going to put next to it. If you get it right, you're going to give yourself 20 points. Here we go. The first one. The name of the card that lets you remove 1 card from the tavern costs 1 gold, shows a picture of an empty scale, and is named Barterer, is true.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That one is 100% accurate.
That's why I kind of called dispersion to the name, because the first time I played the game, I'm like, this is a stupid name.
I mean, I also read it
like, it's not
a second
ambusher.
time. Yeah, I thought like barterer.
It's just like barterer. I'm like, but it's anyway.
Why not just
I really
barter?
thought there was going to be something on that friggin' scale.
No, it's just empty.
It's empty.
It's just an empty scale. It's just kind of like
you're bartering. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Loctavian's the only one who got that one?
Yeah, that's a sad face for me.
That's one of the ones I knew for sure. Bald is my biggest question.
Okay, let's move on to the second one.
Add another question mark to it.
The basic card that gives you only 1 gold coin is simply named Gold and features an image of a coin with a bald man. What'd you guys put again?
I had true.
True.
True as well.
Avron, did you true?
All
true. Everyone put true. Well, it is true. That one's actually true.
You tell me that's false, I'm flipping a table.
He is. I'm lucky it's not. It's covered on my desk right now. My desk is a mess. But under that mess over there, I have like a pile of like different septums. So
yep. So it was funny.
So if I had it not been there, luckily I couldn't cheat.
Well, that's my thing. The little chest I have off to the side over here, if there was a way to subtly open it and get the septum IRL out of it, I could have checked. But I'm like,
all I have is a cat. So.
Cat is definitely not bald.
Does she have a septum?
do you have? Because she has coin. Nope.
No coin.
This one has no coin. All right, number 3. The card featuring a burning wooden cart is named Ambush. It costs 3 gold. What'd you guys put?
I put true.
True?
That's a lie.
Well.
False, true. True, false?
Mine was
false, true.
I was very concerned about the price. I'm pretty sure it's 3, but
I think it's 3, but then I doubted myself.
The one with
the
one with the Dark Brotherhood hand on it costs 2.
Yes.
That was what I was basing it on. I was like, it wouldn't really be much of a saver
Black
if it wasn't just one more.
Black Sacrament costs 2. It affects 1. The cart affects 2.
That's right. And so that makes this true.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Lotus got another one right, guys.
I know. Lotus getting them right is scary.
It's scary. You got 2 more. You got 2 more going here.
Right side,
so far.
All right.
I'm giving myself a little artwork on the side. That's 2 happy faces and only 1 frowny face.
I like it.
That's not, the more Lotus gets right, the less chance I have of I think I might statistically be out of winning at this point.
I am never going to play Tales of Tribute the same, because now I have to stare really hard at all the art.
All right. Number 4. We're getting close to the end of the show, so we gotta hurry through the rest of this.
Fair enough.
The blackmail card costs 3 gold, gains you 2 power, and shows an image of a sword, a bag, and a scroll. What'd y'all put? False?
That's a
lie. Everyone thinks this is false. This one is true.
Oh, wow.
I questioned back and forth if there was a scroll. I couldn't remember if there was a scroll on it or not.
There is a scroll and there's a sword, but I couldn't remember if there's a bag.
Is the price wrong?
Also, I remembered it's the sword.
Everything's right.
I was hung up on the
Everything
price.
is right.
I know the price and the effects. I was just like, I remember the sword. And that's all I can remember at the moment. I'm like, sword.
For some reason, I thought it was one. I didn't think that price was right.
All right, number 5. This is the last one. The imprisonment card costs 5 gold, gives you 4 power, and features a person wearing a hood behind bars with 3 visible fingers on each hand. False.
I said that's
false.
A lie.
I said true.
This one also is true. All of these are 100% true.
See, the fingers got me confused.
They're visible.
Wow.
You can see them like this on the bars. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, I got 80. I did the worst out of everyone, so.
I did 80.
You tied. 80. And Lotus?
1.
I got 100.
100. You only won. You won by 1 question.
I won by 1 because I only got 2 of these right, and I had 60. So.
Oh, that was pretty close. I'm really satisfied.
See, that's why I also got concerned. I said I had 3 correct in a row, and my brain just goes, "There's no way."
There's no way.
Which made me start questioning the last 2 because my gut kept saying, "I think they're still true." Did I get one above wrong? Because the concept that they could all be right was just. I don't know why. I always assume that there's after 3 in a row that I've messed up something.
I'm tricky, but I'm not a liar.
Tricky. Yeah. See, you did the strategy I said I should have done earlier. Just tell the truth the whole way.
Just tell the truth the whole way. It would have saved you right here. You would have beaten.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Lotus. You won. You made up for last year.
You redeemed yourself, Lotus.
Good job, Lotus.
Hooray.
We can be friends again.
Congratulations.
Until Mid-Year Mayhem or White Stripes Mayhem.
True.
Well, here we need to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. This was super fun. Thanks for putting up with my my little realm of oblivion here. I don't know what to call it, but
it was very enjoyable.
Figure out.
It was great.
Avron, tell people how they can check out your stuff, where they can find you.
Yeah, you can come find me anytime. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, and Coffee, and all of my handles are AvronDoodles.
AvronDoodles. Very good. Loctavian, thank you for joining us. This has been super fun. Where can people check out your stuff and follow you?
Yeah, thanks for having me. The main place you can find me is every day on twitch.tv/Loctavian. You can also find me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at Loctavian with 2 zeros after it. Awesome. And Lotus?
I mean, you can find me here on the Elder Scrolls Lorecast. It's probably the easiest way. The other podcast that I do, part of the Robots Radio Network, Tales of Tamriel, not to be confused with Tales of Tribute, the game that we were all just talking about. But other than that, if you're looking for me specifically, it's just Lotus of Doom on Twitter, Twitch, anything like that.
Awesome. Yeah, come check out our show. The Elder Scrolls Lorecast is available on any podcatcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you watch or listen to. You don't actually watch them there. Or you can watch it on the Elder Scrolls Lorecast YouTube channel. All of our videos that Lotus and I do go up on that channel, so you can catch them there as well. And I also run the Robots Radio Podcast Network. Lots of other shows about Fallout and other Bethesda games. The Starfield Lorecast is out, and we're doing intermittent episodes until we actually get more lore to talk about. So that'll be gearing up over the next year. So come check out all the stuff over on robotsradio.net for my shows and a bunch of other creators doing all their own stuff as well. So thanks again to Quakecon for having us. Thank you so much. We really love being involved with this every year. And, just guys, thanks for being here. This has been a blast. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe out there.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach me on Twitter at robots_radio or Lotus of Doom at Lotus of Doom. Also, you can join us on the Robots Radio Discord channel. You can easily just search Robots Radio Discord on Google or check the description underneath the podcast. Also, this podcast is recorded live every week on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on the Robots Radio channels on Twitch, YouTube, and on Facebook. So just search Robots Radio on any of those platforms. Come join us. We'd love to chat with you while we record the show, or before or after. Either way, just come hang out with us. And if you're looking for more information about my shows and the shows on the Robots Radio Network, go to robotsradio.net for all the information about all the shows on the network, including the Robots Radio Rocket Club, where I help both new and existing podcasters to grow their shows, build their audiences, and create the best podcasts they possibly can. All of that at robotsradio.net. We'll see you next time.